Well, I guess it's my time to talk about the meeting with my strategist, or as he liked to call it, our Strat Chat. So, I got the opportunity to meet with Rory Petty, who is a strategy director at VML. And for a while, I was scared that I wouldn't actually get the opportunity to meet him. There's a lot of rescheduling that happened, which totally understandable, don't get me wrong. I was just scared, being on a time limit and all. But everything worked out, which is really nice. And 2 days before our meeting, we actually met coincidentally at an APG event. So a lot of the initial pressure of meeting him was taken off. I met him casually. He approached me, which made me feel really cool because I was like, oh, you recognize me? What? But anyways, yeah, and it made me a lot more excited for our actual meeting, because now I kind of know this person and I'm not going in with a complete stranger. So cut to day of, and I'm heading to the VML headquarters, HQ, which is at the WPP building, downtown Toronto. It's on Harbourfront, so of course they get an amazing view of Lake Ontario from the 10th floor. It was really cool being there. They even had their own coffee bar. The coffee was really good. I got an oat milk latte in case anybody was wondering. I know that is the important information that we are all here for today. Yeah, but I just got to sit down, chat with Rory. I took some notes on my phone previously about things I wanted to ask, but I really wanted it to be a bit more of a free-form conversation, and so I didn't follow it too strictly, which maybe bit me in the butt like a little bit because I don't have exact recorded responses for each question in our conversation, but I think that's okay. I still got a lot of useful information out of it. And I also got to learn a lot about Rory, which was really cool. He originally came from Britain. He's been at VML for about 2 years now, and he even started in accounts, which was really cool because I expect that my career will start pretty similarly to that. Of course, one of the things I had to ask Rory was, what makes a good strategist? That's a question that I've been trying to ask more people in the industry, when I get the chance, because everybody's answer is a little different, and I really like to get a full perspective on something so suggestive, to kind of take everybody's feedback and then make it my own. And a lot of what it boils down to is being yourself and being a curious person. A good strategist is somebody that you can work well with, who's a good team member, a good leader, someone who's going to try hard and questions everything, which maybe feels a bit obvious or sounds a bit obvious, but it's easy to get caught up in so much of the little things that sometimes the obvious stuff just goes right over your head. And so I think it was good to be reassured of that, especially because portfolios aren't very common with strategists. Rory didn't have one. When you look up his name, there's some random guy in San Francisco that has a portfolio with his name for something completely different. And so when you don't always have portfolios to reference, it's hard to know what's expected of you. But as corny as Be Yourself sounds, it also sounds like that's kind of the way to do it. Another thing that I asked Rory was, what was something he wished he knew starting out? And he told me that he wished he knew to set boundaries, because it's very easy to get caught up and to become the person that is expected to be available at all hours any day of the week. Rory has kids, and so he really has had to make an effort to set boundaries. And of course, it's easier now. When you're just starting out, you can't do it as much, but to still like be aware that if you're always the person saying yes, you're always the person who's going to be called on. And so at some point, you need to be the one to kind of draw a line, to make sure that you can still salvage at least a little bit of a personal life. When our coffees were finishing up, and so was the hour we had allotted to this meeting, Rory gave me a little tour of VML, just a little walk around to see another agency, which I will always take. I feel like every agency is just so cool, and it gets me really excited. Yeah, I feel like I got a lot of good insights, and I learned a lot, and I even just got some confirmation that I'm on the right path. It's easy to get imposter syndrome and to feel fake, but doing things like this makes it feel a bit more real. And even though connecting with people can be scary, especially when you're meeting them in person, I'm really glad that this assignment kind of pushed us to do it, because stepping out of my comfort zone went really well. Big surprise there, you know, I know this is revolutionary stuff, but yeah, overall I think it was a great experience. And yeah, Daniel, please give me a 100 on this project. I'm kidding. That was a joke, unless you really do want to give it to me. You know, I think I really put myself out there, and that's scary, okay? Yeah, I hope everybody is having a great day. End of the semester, let's go. Love you guys. Peace out.